Do you like to be there for people when they are experiencing a challenge or a difficulty? Are you supporting somebody now? Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend or a neighbor, maybe it's a work colleague. Well, this is what today's show is all about, because when we're supporting somebody else, our priority should always be to support ourselves too. So, how are you supporting yourself? I'm going to explore all about that in a moment. See you in a sec. So, as I said, supporting yourself when you are supporting another should be your number one priority, but often it isn't. We don't always put ourselves first. How many times have I asked people whether or not they put themselves first, and usually they say it feels selfish and they feel guilty for doing it. But I can tell you this, if your inner well of resources isn't full, then you've got nothing to give somebody else. So I have just created, as part of my Creating Positive Change audio collection, I've just created an audio bundle on support yourself when you're supporting another. And let me understand why. So some of the symptoms that we can experience when we are supporting somebody else: we can feel fearful, we can feel anxious, we can even feel helpless that we can't do something. Maybe you're one of life's fixers and you want to put it all right for them, but you just can't. There's nothing you can do. Maybe you even blame yourself. Maybe you're feeling some guilty in some way. Maybe you did something you wish you hadn't done, or maybe you wish you should have done something but you didn't. And that guilt can just lead to self-punishment, can lead to blame and to berating ourselves for what we should or shouldn't have done. We can even feel tearful. We can make us feel upset. And when we're feeling like that, it becomes difficult to really be a great support for somebody else, because not only does it affect our thinking, but it can affect our body too. Because our body's response comes from our thoughts. So a thought of being upset creates a chemical response in the brain, which then affects our body, a bit like the flight and fight does. So when we perceive we're in danger, our mind, our thoughts think of danger, and that sets off a chemical response in our brain, and our body gets flooded with chemicals which preferentially divert our blood flow to our arms and our legs, so we can run, or we can fight, or we can just freeze on the spot and pretend nobody sees us. And when we do that, certain systems in our body shut down because our body thinks we don't need them. So systems like our digestion, our elimination, and our cell renewal. So these are the systems our body doesn't need when we are in danger, and when we're in flight and fight, our body thinks that our mere survival is under threat. So why would it need to eliminate anything? Why would it need cell renewal? It's protecting what it's already got. And why would it need to digest anything? It's got greater things to be thinking about. So our thinking and the way we look after ourselves when we're supporting another is so, so important. What can you do to support yourself? How can you support yourself? How can you enable your inner well of resources to be full, to be overflowing, so that you've got all of that to give these other people or this other person that you're supporting? Because maybe you're supporting them emotionally, maybe you're supporting them in physical ways. Maybe you're running around and dropping things to them, or ferrying or taxiing them around, or different ways. Maybe you're supplying them with money. Maybe you're supplying them with just your time, just love, somebody to be there to listen to. Whatever it is, if you can look after yourself first, that is a really important thing. And not only that, when we're supporting somebody else, sometimes we forget that we need support too. And actually supporting ourselves through, so when we're supporting somebody else, is a really good gift that we can do. So that's what my Creating Positive Change audio collection is around. It's positive psychology to really help you to understand yourself, be more emotionally resilient, to be able to be spiritually resilient too. Because if we put our focus on everything else, on supporting other people or making money or doing work, we can become spiritually bankrupt. And what we want is that wonderful balance of just being able to feel in the present moment that we can do what we can do, that we're not scaring ourselves, that we're supporting ourselves. And one of the ways we can really help as well is by being compassionate, not only with the person that we're supporting, but with ourselves. So how can you be compassionate today? How can you just give yourself a hug? Just tell yourself that you're enough, that you can do it. Listen to some audios. I have meditations, positive imaging, hypnotherapy. Give yourself 20 minutes out, just self-care, to meditate. Join a group, come along to my group meditation, or come along to my group hypnotherapy, or have some coaching yourself. Do some journaling, go out for a walk in nature, be mindful. There are lots of different ways that you can support yourself. But remember, you can give to another what you have within you already. So if you are running on empty, how can you fill your tank so that you can really support yourself and help them? Because if we're running on empty, we can end up feeling resentful, and that does no good for anybody. It just hurts us, and the other person will know that we're feeling that too. So what can you do today? Have a check out of my audio collection to see whether that would be really great for you in supporting you on your journey. You can check out my website too. There's some really great stuff on there to be able to help you to support yourself. Remember, you are a gift to the world, and in being a gift to the world, you can be a gift to other people too. So love yourself, be kind to yourself, be compassionate to yourself, love yourself a little bit more, allow in some support. That can be really difficult sometimes, but allow in some support, accept that we don't know everything, and that, there are times when we can allow other people in to help us too, and be kind and gentle. Thank you for joining me today. Love yourself a little bit more, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. But before you go, remember to subscribe, to like, and to share. We are all in this together, and sometimes we all need to support each other. You can do this. I know you can. I know you can step into the better version of yourself, and we do it step by step. Believe in you, because I believe in you. Have a good day. Take care.